What the highest performing leaders and companies understand is that with the right framework, impossible is something we can overcome. My impossible started on a beautiful June day. It was 80 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. I was skydiving and I was going for my 327th skydive. My parachute was overhead. I was coming in for a landing on a field I had landed on hundreds and hundreds of times before, when suddenly a huge gust of wind hit me when I was 150 feet off the ground and thrust me violently forward. I was going much faster than I was before that wind. And then I looked up. At the end of this grass field was a fence and a row of airplane hangars. I said, I'm carrying too much speed. There's no way I'm going to stop before that fence. And then I hit the fence. It came tight around my chest, tight around my stomach, and impacted the side of the airplane hangar, going 30 miles an hour. That's the imprint into the building. My world went black. My body was shutting down. I was struggling to breathe. My impossible challenge had just started. People were on the scene within seconds. They saw blood coming out of my mouth, blood coming out of my nose, body parts bent in directions that they don't normally bend in. So my heart ends up on the wrong side of my chest because I hit so hard on the left side. 10 of my 12 ribs broke, hit my heart, explodes out of where it normally sits. They rushed me down to St. Anthony's down in Lakewood for life-saving surgery. Doctors later say that no one has ever made it alive for them to actually perform this surgery on anyone before. So they saved my life, spent 8 days in a coma, 20 broken bones, 4 organs to fix, 3.5 months in the hospital, relearned to walk. And then I asked the doctor after I get out of the hospital, when do I get to run again? And he says, well, probably never, you're too injured. The week after I woke up from the coma, when I was laying in bed, I said, I'm going to race in a triathlon again. I thought of a race I had done 7 years earlier, and I looked it up, and I realized it landed 1 day short of the 1-year anniversary of the accident, so I signed up. Was it possible? I had no idea. 364 days after the accident, I raced and finished a triathlon and overcame the impossible. And then I kept going. I started climbing mountains again because once again, I was told it would be impossible. I really started thriving in my recovery when I changed from a belief system based on emotion to a belief system based on facts and evidence. To overcome the impossible, you must have a framework that supports this new way of thinking, and it's made up of 6 steps. Build an unbreakable foundation. Never accept the limits placed on you. Find a way to make progress every day. Test yourself often. Overcome fear. And have a big why. Every day I wake up and I see that scar. It's a scar that I never want to go away because it reminds me of exactly what happened and that overcoming the impossible is possible. And once you overcome the impossible once, you can overcome it again and again and again.
Can I give you a hug?
Sure.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, appreciate it. You okay? All right.